Let me ask you this. If you drew consistently for 1 year with the right structure, how much could you actually improve? Well, the most common problem is that artists struggle simply with finding the right structure when it comes to studying art. To fix this, I've come up with a 1-year art challenge designed to take the most important art concepts and fundamentals and divide them into a series of effective exercises. Without a proper structure, you'll find yourself always reverting back to your comfort zones, and you might not be seeing the improvement that you're expecting considering the amount of hours that you put in. Challenge 52 is a year-long art challenge, divided up into 52 weeks, where each month focuses on a core concept or fundamental of art, such as shape design, form, gesture, and anatomy, building up to studying painting concepts like values and color. I've personally put together for you guys a guide to complete each prompt with examples, as well as written guidance to make sure that you're on the right track. The challenge is completely free to join, so all you have to do is join the Discord server using the link in the description below, and you can post your progress there, chat with others, and make friends. Now, I'm going to be answering some of the common questions you guys have been asking to clear a couple things up. The first question is, do I need to be good at fundamentals to do the challenge, or can the challenge be used to get better at fundamentals? So the whole point of Challenge 52 is to get better at the painting and drawing fundamentals. So you don't have to be good at drawing or painting before joining the challenge. The point of the challenge is to give you the experience you need to eventually become better at painting and drawing. Second question. How intense is the challenge? I don't have much free time, but I still want to focus on improving my art. So the challenge has 4 difficulty levels, those being light, standard, heavy, and hardcore. Obviously, if you want to improve more, you're going to have to dedicate more time, which will allow you to put in the mileage and practice you need. But if you don't have that much time and you still want to participate in the challenge, I highly recommend going for one of the lighter difficulty levels. Third question, is it best to balance personal work and the challenge or only focus on the challenge for now? So I did a version of this challenge a couple years back, and I always found myself shifting between personal work and the challenge work. By doing so, it allowed me to put into application all of the work and discoveries that I made doing the challenge into my personal work. Because in personal work, you have more freedom to experiment and you're not as limited and under pressure to follow any specific guidelines. But if you feel like your personal work is taking up too much of your time and you're not having as much time as you'd like to complete the challenge, you might want to cut back on your personal work and invest more of your time in studying the art fundamentals. Question number 4. Where can I find the challenge's prompt list and examples? So I've listed a link to the PDF document below where you can access all of the examples that I've drawn out for each week of the challenge, as well as written guidance on what you should be focusing on for each week. Because you can practice as much as you want, but without the right mindset, the exercises might not have the effect that you would like in order to improve your art. Do I need to post my work to participate in the challenge? If so, where? So you don't have to post your work to participate in the challenge. However, the Discord server is there if you would like to share your progress throughout the challenge and discuss your progress with the other members. If you don't want to post it in the Discord server, you can also post it on Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter and tag us at thechallenge52 and we'll try to repost your work. Question number 6. How truly heavy is the hardcore difficulty level? So hardcore is very intense. You should only choose it if you have lots of free time and 6 to 12 hours a week dedicated to drawing. It requires an insane amount of time, but the mileage and experience that you will get from it is incredible. If you have a busy life, as most of us do, I would definitely recommend choosing the standard difficulty level or even light, as it allows you to move through the year without worrying too much about the challenge, but at the same time, it gives you the amount of mileage and experience that you need to improve and see progress. Is Challenge 52 also for beginners? The cool thing about these exercises is that there's never a time when you shouldn't be practicing them. So yes, some of the prompts can be a bit basic, but even masters like Devin Corwin always practice, for example, 2-value and 3-value studies, as well as paintings with limited brushstrokes to strengthen their intuition and understanding of painting. So whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or experienced artist, the challenges exercises will always improve your work. The last question is, do I have to complete Challenge 52 within a year? The answer is no, you don't have to. So the challenge is originally designed to be completed within 52 consecutive weeks for the most efficient learning and steady improvement. But it's very unlikely that that schedule is for everyone. Things happen throughout the year, so if you need to take a break halfway through or whatever the case, feel free to do so and get back on track when you're ready. The last thing I'd like to say is that the biggest thing that struck my improvement was mileage. It's something that we don't necessarily want to accept, but it's the amount of time that you spend drawing and thinking about art that gets you somewhere, right? Getting better at art is just solving problems and thinking in a different way. So the best way to do that is by consistently putting yourself in situations where you're faced with the most problems, forcing you to think outside of the box and developing your way of thinking. I hope to see some of your work in the challenge server. If you're on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok, you can post your work there and tag the challenge at thechallenge52. Hopefully this can serve as a New Year's resolution for some to get back on track with learning art, because I can tell you what, it will be for me. So I will be doing the challenge with you guys in the server and on Instagram. So thank you for watching, and if you have any additional questions, feel free to leave a comment below.